The Loma Linda Association purchased this property toward the end of 1900. And right away they started refurbishing the luxury hotel on the north slope of the hill. And they built a recreation hall on top of the hill, just about 75 feet west of the rotunda of what we now call Nickel Hall. And they also built 5 cottages here on the east crest of the hill. Back in those days, the buildings were not numbered as they are today. The buildings were named. And over in this direction, to build the east wing of the Loma Linda Sanitarium and Hospital, they had to take down 2 cottages, Southwest Cottage, and there was the large cottage here that was 3 stories tall, and it was creatively named Large Cottage. Now to the north is a building that Ellen White used when she came here. According to Loma Linda folklore, she stayed in the North Cottage. She also stayed above the sanitarium dining room in one of the rooms in the original luxury hotel that we renamed Loma Linda Sanitarium in October of 1905. You notice on the right there are some vertical lines in the wood compared to the horizontal lines next to them. That was the site of a screen room. In fact, 2 of these cottages today have that kind of structure there. They both had screen rooms where patients could be taken outside during the hot summer evenings. Over time, these cottages have been used for a variety of uses. They've been used for storage, they've been used for patient care, they've been used as outpatient doctors' offices. Now, to the southeast, you can see where those grow boxes are. In 1928, possibly going over to 1929, we built a water tower there. It became a landmark in Loma Linda, and that was a 100,000-gallon water tower. Now, this cottage behind me was where I was hospitalized when I started working here in 1966. Within a year, I got sick, and they couldn't determine here what my problem was. This was before the days of color diagnostic ultrasound that has sound effects and everything. I had prolapsed mitral valve, and I spent 3 days in the basement of this cottage. I shared this room with an old gentleman who had prostate cancer. Now, we could help him with our proton treatment center. And one of the things I like to point out here is from this site, you can see more than 100 years of Seventh-day Adventist involvement here in Loma Linda. You can see one of the heritage cottages on the left. On the right, what became the Loma Linda Sanitarium and Hospital, and between those 2, Loma Linda University Medical Center. We moved 125 patients from this hospital to the new University Hospital on July 9, 1967. It was a 320-bed hospital at the time. We left the top 2 levels of the 3 towers temporarily vacant. Within 3 years, by September of 1970, we had completed the interior of the hospital. We were up to 516 beds, and we renamed it Loma Linda University Medical Center.